Welcome to Little Shop of Writers. I'm your hostess, Professor M. Anderson. This is the 11th lesson in my new web series of short informative writing videos. Learn more about me and my workshops at www.littleshopofwriters.org. Lesson 11, Commonly Confused Words, Part 1 of 2. The English language is confusing to native and non-native writers alike. Part of the confusion can be blamed on homophones, words that sound the same or very similar but are spelled differently. Homophones should not be confused with homonyms, which are words that have different meanings but are spelled the same. Is your head spinning yet? In this first lesson, we will review the most commonly confused words. Let's begin with the simple sound-alike words that most often befuddle my students. First up is two, and two. TWO is a number. I have 2 horses. TO can be a preposition. I ride to the park. Or an infinitive, to enjoy nature. TOO means also. My friends join me too. Or two can mean excessive or substantial. Morning trail rides are too perfect to miss. That's true. The second most common word confusion I encounter is with then and than. THEN signifies time and or a sequence of events. THAN is used to compare or indicate a preference. Okay, let's practice. Fill in the blank with either then or than. I'd rather hug, blank, kiss. Your word choice will make a difference. I pick then. The third most commonly confused set of homophones is there, and there. THERE is a place. THEY''re is a contraction of they plus are. And THEIR is a possessive. Look over there. They're walking their dog in the park. Not as confusing when you see all 3 theirs used together in a simple sentence. The next confusing words I often see my students encounter are your and your. Fortunately, not difficult to distinguish once you remember that YOU''re is a contraction of you plus are, and YOUR is a possessive. It shows ownership. You're lucky if your dog is your best friend. Finally, similar to your and your, we have the commonly confused words its and its. IT''s is also a contraction of it plus is or it plus has, and ITS is a possessive and shows ownership. The dog barked, it's time for its walk. Who can say no to a friend? The following confused words aren't as common as the ones we just reviewed, but they're still frequently used and just as confusing. I'll begin with lead and lead. LEAD is a type of metal. LED is a verb. It's the past tense of lead, which is spelled the same as lead, the metal, but pronounced differently. Now that's confusing. This sentence should make things a little clearer. Fingerprints on the lead pipe led Colonel Mustard to the killer. Is anyone up for a game of Clue? Next we have lose and lose. LOSE is a verb that means to misplace or not win. LOOSE is an adjective and it means baggy or not secure. The thief's pants are so loose that he's going to lose the race with the old woman who's chasing him. Go, Granny, go. Past and past are 2 more common words that are sometimes confused. PASSED is a verb, the past tense of the infinitive to pass. P-A-S-T is a noun, meaning belonging to a former time or place. Fred passed through the ancient land that holds clues to his past. It seems like Fred didn't even like Fred back then. Finally, we look at conscience and conscious. Con plus science is a sense of right and wrong. To be conscious is to be awake and alert. Since I am sure you're still awake and alert listening to this lesson, I think it's a good point to end and let you know that Part 2 will cover homophones that are even more confusing. Do you know the difference between affect and effect? You will after the next video. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. If so, please subscribe to the Little Shop of Writers channel here on YouTube and come back often for more writing tips, including Part 2 of Commonly Confused Words. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.